Hi, this is Brian. Welcome back to another Heroic Plus One. In the last couple Plus Ones, we've been talking about a recent chat I had with my Yoda. We took some tangents. We celebrated Alexandra and her heroic home births and the moment Emerson was born and how he held my pinky with his tiny little hand as we looked into each other's eyes and said, I love you. My heart melts every time I think of that. Then we talked about how to alchemize a loss into a learn, knowing that when we do it right, that learning becomes a win. Now, I promised to tell you what Phil told me one of the Hollywood directors he coached told him about who would become a star. Here it is, quick context. For an aspiring actor, one of the hardest things they have to do is going to an audition. Think about it. They go to an audition to try to get a part in a movie, and they're competing against a ton of other people, and they're judged mercilessly by the director and other people on the movie team. Odds are they will be rejected a lot more than they will be accepted. Feel into that for a moment. My palms got sweaty just thinking about it. Now know this, most of the time that actor is going to fail, which leads us to the wisdom Phil shared in that recent chat of ours. You know what the director told him? The Hollywood director told Phil that he knew who was going to eventually be a star based on how fast they recovered from the rejection. The future stars, of course it sucked to not get the part, but they alchemized it really quickly, knowing that failed auditions are part of the job. And that's today's plus one. Spotlight where it belongs, right on you. How about you? You got any failed auditions lately? I sure hope so, hero. Now, how quickly can you alchemize those failures? We need to have the wisdom to know that failure is a part of the process. Then we need to have the discipline to practice our philosophy, especially when we don't feel like it. In this case, if you feel so inspired, consider making our heroic 1, 2, 3 win or learn practice part of your protocol. Let's get another rep in. Bring a performance you wish you had crushed to mind. We're going to 1, 2, 3 it. First, what's one thing that we can celebrate about that performance? Note, we always start there. Always. There's always something you can celebrate. Always. Feast on that. That's like you to crush it. As I said, for Emerson, it's often that he put himself into a position to win against a really good opponent. We talk about that before we talk about what needs work. Always. Now, number 2. What moment do you wish you could go back and redo? And or what is something that oops moment reveals needs work? Again, for Emerson, it's often a move in a game or a specific skill that needs to be addressed. How about you? What's one thing you know you need to improve based on that suboptimal performance? You got it? Great. Now, it's time to turn that loss into a learn so we can take this wisdom off the bumper sticker and make this loss a win in the future. Which leads us to number 3. What's the one thing you know you can do to address the weakness that was exposed on that suboptimal performance? And most importantly, what specifically will you do differently to improve? You got it? Good. Now go crush that with a smile, knowing that it's supposed to be challenging, remembering heroes battle dragons, we don't sidestep lizards, and dragons have sharp claws and fiery breath, and we're gonna get scratched up and burned in this one precious heroic life of ours, so let's wear those scars like medals. It's time to win or learn, and remember, when we do it right, learning becomes winning, so we win or we win. It's day one, we're all in, let's go hero.